Okay, so today I'm going to review the film Sunshine, directed by Danny Boyle. This is the story of some astronauts, physicists, scientists who are in a ship on the way to the sun to deliver a stellar bomb, because the sun is dying, and if it dies, everyone dies. It's a sci-fi thriller, not like Event Horizon. This is more of a psychological one. So the story goes that 7 years previous, the Icarus project was sent up and to restart the sun, but it never got there and it was lost. Icarus 2 was sent up, and they realized that if they don't do this, we're screwed. So they get through about the first sort of 15-20 minutes of the film, pretty much just kind of setting things up, and they go past Mercury, and because Mercury is effectively like a giant iron ore, they hear a distress signal, and it turns out it's the Icarus 1. They almost made it, but then they stopped. So they decide to change course and go to the Icarus 1 to go and get their payload, which is like the original stellar bomb. And they get there, and all the crew are dead. And the ship is should be perfectly fine. There's absolutely nothing wrong with like the food and the life support and that sort of stuff. Only to find out that the main computer has been sabotaged. By this point, the Icarus 1, imagine like for one of better word, like a plunger, but with the actual plunger part turned backwards. That's what it looks like. It's like a heat shield with a stick in the middle. They're connected kind of like this, and then suddenly it separates, and the couple of crew members get killed. 2, in fact. One becomes the suicide risk, and he just kind of gets left off for the time being. And they continue on their mission, and then things start to go wrong. This is because, I should point out that there's a flight recording from the original captain, who basically says that God has said, everyone has to die. I'm to take us all to heaven, blah blah blah. We can't challenge him. And it turns out that the captain's been up on the Icarus 1 by himself, having killed all the crew for the last 7 years, and it's Mark Strong. And he's completely insane. He's convinced that God has told him to kill everyone on the planet, let everyone die, destroy the mission, etc., etc. And now he's going around and sabotaging the Icarus 2. He almost succeeds, and in the end, the payload gets delivered, the bomb gets triggered, and everything's fine. And the very last scene is the sun being reignited, etc., etc. But all the crew die. This is actually a very good film. So, I mean, effects-wise, it's pretty good actually. And Danny Boyle films tend to be well written. Sorry, that's smudging my laptop. Danny Boyle films tend to be very well written and directed, to the point where you think, well, if this situation happened, this is kind of what it might actually turn out like. It stars Chris Evans, Cillian Murphy, Mark Strong. I can't remember the name of the actress, but she was in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. She was Lee Mubai's love interest. Then there's, I don't think anyone else famous is in it apart from that. First thing, it only revolves around this ship. It doesn't have things like, oh, we're going to cut back to Earth, we're going to go to here, we're going to go to here and see what's happening. It's literally all on this ship. That is it. It's well worth a watch. It's about an hour and a half long. I think it came out in this decade, in the last 8 years at least. Don't quote me on that. I'm going to put the Wikipedia link as usual in the JD below. So go check it out, and my next film I'm going to review is The Greatest Showman.